If you had a piece of advice, what would it be?
Be coachable. If you show up at school and you already know how to do it, then don't come to school. If you're raising a kid and you don't teach them how to learn, if you don't teach them how to be coachable, you're going to raise a kid that's going to be very miserable and is going to have a hard time achieving anything. It's very, very hard to be an educator and show somebody how to do something and then find them trying to reinvent the wheel just because it didn't feel right in the beginning. Right? So you have to force yourself to do the hard things. You have to force yourself to follow the technique and do it a certain way for a certain amount of time until you learn how to do that. Now, once you know how to do that, then you figure out what works for you. And if pulling a clip towards you works better than pulling a clip to the side, that's irrelevant if you come up with the same clip at the end. But if you refuse to be taught, then it doesn't matter what I do. If you have to spend 10 hours at the anvil to learn how to shape shoes, you got to spend 10 hours. And if you spend 5, you're not going to learn how to shape shoes.
Right.
So it's going to take that amount of time. It doesn't matter what I say. There's not a magic formula. There's not a key. There's no one thing I can say that's going to make you learn how to shape shoes.
Right.
But if I say to you, if you're at this part of the horn and you hit just beyond the center, you're going to bend the shoe in this way and get this radius. If I say that to you on day 1, it probably doesn't mean nothing. 10 hours later, if I say it, you're like, oh, now I see what he's talking about.